I've come out here 10 miles from Moab on the Moab Canyon Trail. And I'm right here at the junction of 313 that runs out to Dead Horse State Park in Canyonlands. The bicycle trail is amazing. It's beautiful. And it passes by the major bike trails that Moab is set up. And it's just incredible weather. It's going to be 70 degrees today. It's going to be in the 80s in the next 5 days. But you can see that they're widening the roads here and making big shoulders and bike lanes. The entire place around Moab is set up for biking except Arches National Park and Highway 128. Right here at the junction, 10 miles north, is a Shell station. It's right over there. I'm gonna stop over there and pick up a gallon of water. I didn't want to haul it in from town. I knew there was a gas station up here. So I think I'm 35 or 40 miles to I-70. I don't know if I'm gonna go east or west. I haven't figured it out yet. It hasn't struck me. If I go east, I'll go into Colorado, into Grand Junction, and then north, right there at Fruitland. Or I'll go west and then head up through Price and Vernal. Either way, I'm going up to Wyoming in the next couple of days. 10-day forecast looks awesome. You know, there's only a 2-week window or a 3-week window twice a year where bicycling in Moab area is nice. And that is somewhere in March 15th to the first week of April, and then again in the fall. And if you don't hit it on that perfect window, it's uncomfortable cycling. It's extremely hot in the summertime and extremely cold in the winter. It's windy today, and the wind is coming out of about my 2 o'clock out of the northeast. But it's not going to hamper me too much. I'm only trying to get up to the interstate, and I'll find a place to camp up there. Hey, this is an informational note. I'm here at mile marker 145 on Utah Highway 191. And you can see the shoulder now is dropped to none. The other side, southbound lanes, there's about a 2.5 foot shoulder. I'm going to continue on here because I'm only like 10 miles from the interstate. Okay, so I rode the 30 miles up north of Moab on Highway 191. Highway 191 had a couple of stretches that were a bit sketchy, where the shoulders kind of dissolved down to nothing. Overall, I'd say it was pretty good. I mean, there's some excellent riding there, but there's 2 or 3 sections of 2 or 3 miles each that I would have a hard time recommending. Anyway, right now, at the intersection of 191 and I-70, there's a gas station. And now I'm on I-70 headed west. The turnoff to Price is in 25 miles. And there's 2 gas stations between here and that junction. And that's it. It's actually pretty light traffic for the interstate. And the shoulders are big, clean, and generous. I'll take 5. That's it's the first paper money I found on this trip. Okay, good morning. Last night I stayed at a hotel, the Budget Inn in Green River, Utah. It was pretty nice. And I've come down Interstate 70 to exit 157. You can see it right behind me here. And I'm gonna head for Price, which is about 65 miles. And let's see. From there, I'm gonna go up to Vernal, but it looks like the desert is pretty sparse. There's not a lot around. Anyway, headed north now, back on 191. North on 191, which by the way has excellent shoulders, greater than 10 feet in a lot of places. 10 miles to the north on 191, you'll come to the very first access to, I can't remember the name of the national recreation area. It might be a state recreation area. On these hills behind it, probably about 2 miles away. There's a BLM road and a sign that says, stay on the road for more trails, no cross-country travel, so you can just strike out. There is a railroad you have to cross, maybe about a mile from the road. Okay, so I'm on Highway 191, just on the north side of the town of Price, Utah. It's a small town. I actually stopped here for 4 nights. I did that because I needed to make 3 videos, and I uploaded the videos at the Price Public Library, which is nice in Price because the library opens early at 8 o'clock in the morning, open all day until like 7 at night. But the best part was the videos uploaded in less than 5 minutes each, which is astonishing. So very high upload speeds here at the public library. Today I'm on 191. It has a pretty good shoulder, and it's all uphill for the next 30 miles. I'm sitting at about $5 grand right now, 5,000 feet. And I'm gonna go over the pass at a little over 9,000 feet. So it's the next 30 miles is a climb. There's 2 little towns. I can't remember, Martin and maybe, or Helper is the last little town. I'm gonna stop there and get. I'm gonna stop there and resupply water because there's between here and the next town, which is like 40 miles. There's really nothing, and it goes through the Ashley National Forest. Anyway, today's March 18th. This is Highway 191, and let's start climbing. Okay, so I'm in the little town of Helper, Utah. It's about 6 miles north of Price. And there's a gas station and a little market right there, like a little grocery store. I have a bottle of water, which is gonna suck because I got 4,000 feet to climb, but there's no stores between here and the next town of Deshane or something like that. Anyway, here in Helper, look up here at the, can you see that little balanced rock right up there? Wouldn't want to be that house. That rock's coming down one day. Anyway, headed north on 191 over the pass. Okay, so here I'm maybe a mile up 191 from the junction of 6. See that the big rock walls, these big canyons I'm going through. The vegetation is mostly pinyon and juniper and sage. And so I'm carrying extra water, darn near 2 gallons. If I don't make it to the top, I'll just pull out somewhere here and camp and have enough water for tomorrow. It sucks though, bringing, an extra gallon. That's 8 pounds of extra cargo you got to carry up. So I'm gonna try to drink that gallon by the time I reach the summit. Man, I'm gonna be on the little chain ring all day long. But look at this view. Plenty of little side canyons. There's Willow Creek down there. There's snow in the shady pockets. So I'm moving up in here in elevation. It's not marked. And I'm seeing my first aspens. Quaking aspen here. I think these pines are lodgepole pine, Pinus contorta, which were prized by the Plains Indians for teepee poles. But anyway, everything is big out here and quiet. You can see the shoulders aren't big, but the traffic is very light. Just a couple Okay, so I'm here at 9,114 feet, the summit of Indian Canyon. And this is not the highest I've been on a bicycle, but it's high enough to be notable. And it is quite a climb. It didn't, actually I have no idea what time it is. Yeah, it's probably about 2. Anyway, so now I've got this excellent view looking out over the northern part of the range, and I've got downhill for about 30 miles. Downhill. Maybe 6 or 7 miles to the north of the Indian Canyon summit. And I've got my eye on that little stand of cottonwood trees right down there. Little creek next to it. Still a little snow, you can see on the high country. It probably gets warmer and drier, but the sun is probably an hour and a half from setting, or going over this canyon rim. It'll probably be light for several more hours. You know what? I think I'm going to continue on. This is dispersed camping in the National Forest, so anywhere along here, this road is fine, and there's plenty of places to go that is covered with vegetation. Okay, so the portal sign that marks the boundary of the Ashley National Forest is probably a half a mile that way. And what I'm looking at is that small juniper on the top of the hill, and camping right behind it. It's nice because the road, and you have this hill, so I'm 60 feet above the road, so that will drop the noise down and keep people from seeing me. So I think I'm gonna push the bike right up there. Okay, I've walked up here to the this tree I was looking at. It does give you perfect cover on both sides of the road. Okay, good morning. I can see the sun just touching the tops of these cliffs above me. And you can see here's where I camped, little flat spot on the ground, and right behind this juniper tree.